So yesterday we went to that new movie, Twisters. Not a boring movie. My favorite line from the movie was when they were sitting at a rodeo and the statement was made, you don't just face your fears, you ride them. And this morning I was reading in Numbers chapter 3, verse 27, where God told Moses to send 12 guys into the promised land to explore it before they sent all the people into that land that God wanted to give to them. And after 40 days, they came back with a report. They gave Moses this account. We went into the land to which you sent us, and it does flow with milk and honey, and here's the fruit. I mean, it was more than they could have thought. God's promise, his promised provision was ahead, and it was great. And what they said next in that narrative is of vital importance. They could have said, oh, sure, there's some challenges in moving into the land, even some obstacles, but there are always challenges on the journey to greater things. Sure, we might need God to do another Red Sea miracle, but he's always been faithful, and he will continue to be. Sure, there are some fearful problems ahead, but we don't just face our fears, we ride them on faith. But sadly, that's not what they said. What it says in verse 28 is, but, the land is flowing with milk and honey, but, a three-letter word expressing fear and lack of faith, but the people who live there are powerful, and the cities are fortified and very large. We even saw the descendants of Anak there. I mean, sure, it would be great to step into the more of what God has for us ahead, but there are giants in the land. I just don't have the faith to move forward on this journey. This would take too much work, too much courage, too much faith, too much trust. There are just too many ways that this could all go wrong, and it could explode on us. The people were really immobilized by their fears. And then they ended up wandering in the wilderness for 40 years. I'm thinking today God makes us many promises. And the problems come so that we can experience his powerful provision if we walk by faith. I really believe that God is powerful enough to get you where he wants you to be, and that is always a better place with a better you. So I pray you're able to trust him today, that he will give you the faith and the courage to face your problems, and not just face your fears, but to ride them on the wings of faith into the fullness of his provision. Be encouraged.